Hi everyone, welcome back. At the moment we're waiting on some parts to arrive from the US, which is stopping us from fitting the engine. There's cylinder head bits and pieces that we've been waiting on. So I thought I'd do a bit of a rundown on our transporter. That was where all our batteries are housed. We have a ton of batteries in there for the starter motor for the race vehicle, and also 12 and 24 volt systems for the bus. This bin houses all our marquee stuff, so in there will go walls and roof and frames for the marquees, as well as barbecues and any auxiliary bits and pieces for the racing operation. In this bin there's areas for spare parts. We're yet to go through the spare parts and tidy all this up, but before we go racing we'll have that all in order. Another bin separately with tools and an airline. So it's really quite a modest transporter. We're not a rich team. We're just a hard-working, modest team, really, and we just make the best of what we've got and do what we can with our budget. And so far, it's proven us well. This transport has been all over Australia and to many capital cities many times. So other than a few isolated incidences, it hasn't let us down at all. So as you can see, we've got our treadlies in the back, or for the American viewers, bicycles. And the car actually goes in the back here. You can see the rear ramp door there that folds down, and that 260-inch dragster goes inside this bus. And from inside, once we get up the front here, once the car's loaded, you really don't know the car's there. It's completely covered up, and the only thing we couldn't cover was the front wheels on the dragster, which poke up out the floor, which I'll show you in a sec. So this is an old 71 model Bedford bus. It's a twin steer, and it's powered by a Isuzu 6-cylinder turbo engine, which is enough power to get us to where we need to go. It's very fuel efficient. I've had a few of my friends travel up north with us, and they're blown away with the economy that this thing gets, carrying 10.5 ton. We used to have 3 separate beds in the back, but Jackie and I, my partner, we've converted it to a queen size bed, which is a bit more comfortable for camping, which we do use it quite a bit for camping. Seems a shame not to use it when we're not racing. So you can see me here lifting the floor up, and you see those slots there. That's where the front wheels hang out of the floor. So you can picture the front of the car all the way down the front of the bus here. But it fits perfectly. You can't really see under there, but it's a huge cavity. Moving along to the more interesting stuff, I thought I'd make a clamp to support the magneto. Once the engine's in and you see how far the magneto hangs out forward of the engine, you'll understand why it needs support at the front, and also hopefully stop it rotating. We've got a V-band clamp on the back of it that holds it to the drive, but this will actually hold it from rotating as well. And I thought I'd show you the MSD Power Grid setup that we have. Thanks to Paul Topping, he was able to supply us all this electronics and wire it for us. This gives you the ability to manipulate the ignition timing. I wish it was valve timing. The ignition timing, and so in the instance where you launch, it'll take timing in or out, whatever you want it to do. And this is a similar thing, except for the fuel, where we've got 3 solenoids, and again we can actually manipulate the fuel curve via vernier needles that we can adjust. And initially we won't run this setup. I'm reluctant to use any of this stuff at this stage. We need to sort the car. The old 62-year-old driver's got to get his head around steering this thing, and until we can go through the traps wide open with exhaust temps within 30, 40 degrees of one another, I'd be reluctant to use any of this. But in time, we certainly will, and it'll step up the performance as well. So anyway, hopefully on the next one, we've got a bit more tech stuff for you with the engine going in. So I look forward to catching you then. Thank you.